But Meghan Markle has been accused of being a former yacht girl. They're also claiming that she could have spent time with Prince Andrew and Jeffrey Epstein before meeting Prince Harry. Meghan was invited to join a yacht week in Croatia in 2016. There's evidence that suggests that she went on Epstein's yacht at the same time as Prince Andrew.
So here we are again, diving into the whirlwind that is Meghan Markle's past. Just when you think the chatter has finally quieted down, a new screenshot or an alleged invite pops up, and suddenly, the internet is ablaze with speculation. This week, it's all about those infamous yacht girl days, an elusive phrase that seems to haunt Meghan like a shadow. But let's be real, no one's presenting solid proof of anything scandalous. Instead, it's a chaotic jigsaw puzzle made up of whispers, screenshots, and a whole lot of vibes. The latest piece of this puzzle, a screenshot from 2016, resurfaced by an account called Meghan's Mole. It shows a guy named Adam Hound, who, let's face it, isn't exactly a household name, allegedly messaging Meghan's old Twitter account. He casually invites her to join him and some friends for Yacht Week in Croatia. The dates are included, and it all seems pretty laid back. Just a friendly invite, right? But, of course, the internet isn't buying it.
And a source told OK magazine, quote, "There are many things that both of them, especially Meghan, don't necessarily want in the public domain. One of which may have been the, again, alleged, rumoured yacht girl date."
Some folks see it as just a holiday invitation, nothing more. Others, however, are convinced it's a wink-wink kind of situation, hinting at something deeper. And that's where the story splits. On one side, you have the skeptics saying, "Come on, it's just a trip. Not that deep." On the other, there's a group insisting this fits into a larger narrative, one where Meghan is part of a glamorous, behind-the-scenes party circuit filled with actors, socialites, and wealthy men. A source even told All Magazine, "There are many things that both of them, especially Meghan, don't necessarily want in the public domain, one of which may be the again alleged rumored yacht girl days." This is the same crowd that believes Meghan's lifestyle might have overlapped with royals like Prince Andrew, potentially leading her to cross paths with Prince Harry. But let's be clear, this is all speculation. No timestamps, no boat manifests, just a cloud of whispers that have lingered for years. And it doesn't help that the media, the palace, and the establishment seem to have a collective allergy to this topic. There's a theory gaining traction among royal watchers that there's a deliberate effort to hush up any talk of Meghan's supposed yacht past. Why? Because if there's even a sliver of truth to the idea that Meghan mingled with figures like Prince Andrew before meeting Harry, it opens a whole different can of worms. Imagine this. Instead of a fairy tale romance, you have layers of back-channel introductions and awkward coincidences. That's what keeps people hooked. The royal romance was sold as squeaky clean, but there's a persistent group that keeps shouting, "There's more to the story." And then there's that infamous German documentary, teased as the ultimate exposé that was supposed to spill all the secrets Harry and Meghan allegedly didn't want aired. But when it finally dropped, it was a whole lot of nothing. Legal delays, redactions, last-minute edits. Rumors swirled that the delays weren't just about fact-checking, but about quietly removing certain bombshells. Some believe one of those secrets had to do with yacht invites and Mediterranean parties, painting a picture of Meghan that the public isn't supposed to see. Before royal titles and international headlines, Meghan was grinding in Hollywood, auditioning, networking, and trying to carve out her place in an industry where image is everything. She had the charm, the looks, and the drive. But insiders suggest there was also a strategic edge to how she moved. In a world where everyone is chasing relevance, proximity to wealth and influence isn't just luck, it's often intentional. And Meghan, whether you see it as calculated or not, was always around the right people. That's where places like Soho House come into play. These private members' clubs are breeding grounds for whispered deals, hookups, and carefully curated friendships. Meghan wasn't just a guest. She was a regular, a name on the list. It was the kind of crowd where you could be sipping cocktails next to producers one night and foreign royalty the next. So when people point to her connection with Soho House and tie it to Harry, who was also a known regular, the questions start bubbling. Was it love at first sight, or were introductions made long before in dimly lit lounges with no cameras? As the internet continues to dig, archive, and remind everyone of the receipts, real or alleged, the yacht conversation gains traction again. Not because it's new, but because it never fully died. And that's where we'll pick up next, as the intrigue deepens and the whispers grow louder. Stay tuned, because this story is just getting started. As the whispers about Meghan Markle's past swirl like a storm, the intrigue only deepens. The internet is buzzing with theories, and the divide in public opinion grows wider. On one side, you have the skeptics who dismiss the yacht girl rumors as mere gossip, while on the other, a fervent group insists there's a hidden narrative waiting to be uncovered. The stakes are high, and the tension is palpable. Let's dive into the theories that have taken root. The idea that Meghan may have crossed paths with Prince Andrew during her alleged yacht escapades is one of the juiciest claims making the rounds. If true, it redefines the entire Harry and Meghan love story. Instead of a fairy tale meet-cute, you have a tangled web of back-channel introductions and awkward coincidences. This notion fuels the obsession, as people grapple with the idea that Meghan's rise to royalty might not be as straightforward as it seems. But why is this topic so sensitive? The media's reluctance to cover Meghan's past only adds fuel to the fire. There's a growing belief among royal watchers that there's a concerted effort to keep this narrative under wraps. The more the establishment tries to bury it, the more curious the public becomes. It's a classic case of the more you deny, the more we want to know. Then there's the infamous German documentary that was supposed to be the ultimate exposé. It was teased as the one that would spill all the secrets Harry and Meghan allegedly wanted to keep hidden. But when it finally aired, viewers were left underwhelmed. Legal delays, redactions, and last-minute edits left many wondering what had been cut. Rumors circulated that the delays weren't just about fact-checking, but about quietly removing certain bombshells, perhaps even those related to yacht invites and Mediterranean parties. In the backdrop of all this, Meghan's Hollywood past looms large. Before she became the Duchess of Sussex, she was hustling in an industry where image is everything. She was ambitious, charming, and determined to make a name for herself. But insiders suggest there was a strategic edge to her networking. In a world where everyone is vying for relevance, being close to wealth and influence isn't just luck. It's often a calculated move. And that's where places like Soho House come into play. These exclusive clubs are known for their elite clientele, where whispered deals and curated friendships flourish. Meghan wasn't just a guest. She was a regular, mingling with producers, actors, and even royalty. This raises the question, was her connection with Harry purely romantic, or were their introductions made long before they ever met? As the online community continues to dig, accounts like Meghan's Mole and Royally Sage keep the conversation alive. They archive old tweets, party photos, and forgotten rumors, reminding everyone of the receipts, real or alleged. One seemingly insignificant post can reignite the entire yacht conversation, pulling it back into the spotlight. But it's not just the rumors that keep people engaged. It's the mystery surrounding Meghan's life before Harry. The press rarely digs too deep, and when they do, it's often met with legal threats or vague denials. This is not the norm for public figures, who typically have their pasts dissected in detail. With Meghan, it's as if the deeper you dig, the faster the dirt disappears. Sources close to her maintain that she was a hard worker, ambitious, and just like anyone else trying to make it. But others, those who claim to have crossed paths with her during her party years, paint a different picture. Whispers about yacht invites and connections to shadowy circles persist, creating a narrative that refuses to die. And then there's the social media landscape where comments like, "Don't make me post the others from that day." This is the least trashy to set the internet on fire. Is it bluffing? Is it truth? No one knows for sure, but it fuels the suspicion that there's more out there. Photos, messages, maybe even testimonies that just haven't been released yet. As the yacht rumors resurface, the public's reaction is as intense as ever. For those who have been following this saga, it's the same story in a different outfit. Yet, something about it keeps people hooked. Maybe it's the allure of a royal who wasn't born into the system, or the idea that someone from the Hollywood hustle could climb all the way to Buckingham Palace. But as the speculation continues, one question looms large. Why hasn't Meghan addressed any of this directly? She's quick to shut down lies and clarify rumors, yet this particular narrative remains untouched. In today's world, silence is rarely neutral. It either suggests you're above it all or that you're hiding something. The obsession with Meghan's past reveals more about the public than it does about her. We crave our fairy tales to be pristine, our royals to be polished. But when someone breaks that mold and rises to prominence despite a murky past, it shakes the very foundation of what we expect from royalty. The more the narrative is denied or buried, the more suspicious people become. The German documentary's delays only fueled the fire, making the public more curious about what was being hidden. When you tell people they can't know something, it's human nature to want to know it even more, especially when it involves the royal family. And as the theories bloom in the absence of answers, the whispers grow louder. Lady C, a longtime royal gossip expert, has claimed that the media has been cleaner since Prince William's lawsuit, but still treads lightly when it comes to Meghan. This alone speaks volumes. If someone who has built a career on royal secrets won't fully touch this topic, perhaps there's something bigger at play. Maybe it's not just gossip. Maybe it's protection. Maybe it's power. As the public continues to speculate, the narrative around Meghan becomes more complex. The yacht rumors, the Hollywood connections, the whispers of a past that refuses to stay buried, all of it creates a tapestry of intrigue that captivates audiences. Each new piece of information, whether it's a tweet, a photo, or a rumor, adds another layer to the story, keeping the conversation alive. And so, as we approach the climax of this saga, the question remains, what would happen if all the alleged secrets about Meghan's past were to come to light? Would it destroy her carefully crafted image, or would people simply shrug and say, so what? After all, she's not the first celebrity to have a wild past. But it's not just about the past itself, it's about the lengths taken to bury it. The unease creeps in when stories are erased, when footage disappears, and when sources go silent. It makes the narrative feel darker than it probably is. One source once said, "It's not that Meghan did anything other actresses haven't done. It's that she did it in proximity to royalty. And that, my friends, rewrites the rules." As we draw closer to the resolution of this story, we're left with the understanding that Meghan's journey from Hollywood to royalty is anything but straightforward. The obsession with her past, the relentless digging, and the refusal to let go of the yacht rumors all speak to a larger societal desire for clarity in a world filled with ambiguity. In the end, the truth likely sits somewhere in the middle. Maybe she did receive yacht invites. Maybe she went, and maybe it was innocent. But the public's fixation on uncovering the details reveals more about our expectations of royalty than it does about Meghan herself. As the dust settles on the swirling rumors and speculation surrounding Meghan Markle, we find ourselves at a crossroads. The public's fascination with her past, those elusive yacht girl days and the Hollywood connections, has created a narrative that refuses to fade. But what does it all mean for Meghan, Harry, and the royal family? Let's start with the ongoing obsession. Every time the yacht rumors resurface, it's as if they're brand new tea, igniting fresh debates and discussions. For those who have been following this saga, it's the same story dressed in a different outfit. Yet, the allure remains. Perhaps it's the idea of a royal who wasn't born into the system, or the thrill of watching a Hollywood star navigate the complexities of royal life. The public is drawn to the mystery, the intrigue, and the possibility that there's more beneath the surface. But here's the kicker. Why hasn't Meghan addressed these rumors directly? She's been quick to shut down lies and clarify narratives that don't align with her image. Yet, when it comes to the whispers of her past, there's a conspicuous silence. In today's world, silence is rarely neutral. It either suggests that you're above the fray or that you're hiding something. This silence only fuels the speculation, making people wonder what's being kept under wraps. As we peel back the layers, it becomes clear that the obsession with Meghan's past reveals more about societal expectations than it does about her. We want our fairy tales to be clean, our royals to be polished. But when someone breaks that mold and rises to prominence despite a murky history, it challenges our perceptions and shakes the very foundation of what we expect from royalty. The more the narrative is denied or buried, the more suspicious the public becomes. The delays surrounding that German documentary only intensified the curiosity. When you tell people they can't know something, it's human nature to want to know it even more, especially when it involves the royal family. The absence of answers allows theories to bloom, and the whispers grow louder. And let's not forget the role of the media. While some outlets have been quick to dismiss the yacht rumors as mere gossip, others have taken a more cautious approach. Lady C, a longtime royal gossip expert, has noted that the media has been cleaner since Prince William's lawsuit, but still treads lightly when it comes to Meghan. This alone speaks volumes. If someone who has built a career on royal secrets won't fully touch this topic, perhaps there's something bigger at play. Maybe it's not just gossip. Maybe it's protection. Maybe it's power. As we reach the conclusion of this saga, we're left with a complex picture. The truth about Meghan's past may be less scandalous than imagined, yet the obsession with it reveals a deeper societal desire for clarity in a world filled with ambiguity. The narrative surrounding her life is a reminder that no matter how far you rise, your past never really goes away. So, what would happen if all the alleged secrets about Meghan's past were to come to light? Would it destroy her carefully crafted image, or would people simply shrug and say, so what? After all, she's not the first celebrity to have a wild past. But it's not just about the past itself. It's about the lengths taken to bury it. The unease creeps in when stories are erased, when footage disappears, and when sources go silent. It makes the narrative feel darker than it probably is. In the end, the heart of this controversy lies in the juxtaposition of Meghan's Hollywood past and her royal present. If she were still just Meghan from Hollywood, the yacht rumors might not even register. But because she's now Meghan, Duchess of Sussex, mother to royal children, every party becomes a potential scandal, and every rumor becomes a threat to the crown. As we close this chapter, it's clear that Meghan's journey is far from over. The public's fixation on her past, the relentless digging, and the refusal to let go of the yacht rumors all speak to a larger societal desire for clarity. The truth, as always, likely sits somewhere in the middle. Maybe she did receive yacht invites. Maybe she went, and maybe it was innocent. But the obsession with finding out, the refusal to let it go, says more about us than it does about her. In a world where fairy tales are expected to be pristine, Meghan's story serves as a reminder that the past can never truly be buried. It lingers, waiting to resurface, and in doing so, it challenges our perceptions of royalty, celebrity, and the complexities of human experience. As we move forward, one thing is certain. The conversation around Meghan Markle is far from over, and the mystery of her past will continue to captivate and intrigue for years to come.